the other leagues, that I'm dedicated to this game, and I'm gonna put my all into it. And they give me a chance.
A lot of people, after they don't get that dream first out of college of going to the NFL, they kind of give up.
Mm-hmm.
For you, why were you so determined to stay the course?
Because I just say coming out of college, with the things that happened, I just feel like I didn't do it. It wasn't one of the things that I wasn't. So, and I just like the media trying to put me as this person that I wasn't. And I just had that to like fire me, put a chip on my shoulder, just to show everybody I'm not gonna never give up on something that I love.
So the European League of Football, and I'm sorry for the pronunciation here because my Polish I need to brush up on it, but Wrocław Panthers in Poland. This is in the fall of 2021, used to be Breslau, Germany. Mm-hmm. But I remember talking to you about this, and you said that you were sort of an instructor, that the true Europeans that were playing in the league, that you were helping teach them the game.
Yeah, basically when I went to Europe, I became a leader, in a ways, just because most of those guys didn't know the rules of the American football. So, I was basically like a teacher, and that kind of helped me with my leadership role, and I just feel like, that was a great experience for me, because I ain't never took in the leadership role. I always just stayed quiet, just did my work, and I feel like that was a good place for me.
And would that be the equivalent of, say, like Division II football, or what would be the comparable skill level, and what were the crowds like? You're playing in front of several hundred people, or how did that work?
I would say it wasn't. I say basically like our high school football.
Okay.
That's how it was.
In Texas, in North Texas, and where you're from in Louisiana, there's a lot of talent.
Yes, ma'am. So I say stuff like that. They basically just didn't know the basics, and like the crowd, that was you wouldn't expect it, but that was a great atmosphere with the crowd and stuff. It was great. The games was, it wasn't just quiet. They showed love out there.
How did you go about teaching them the basics of football that they did not know?
I'll just say, just coming from the States, they thinking you gonna take their spots and stuff like that. So I kind of felt that going into it. So I just try to get to know those guys, show them that I'm here for the team, here for them if they need me. It just was like, great. I still talk to some of them guys to this day. That's what the environment was.
The New Jersey Generals for the USFL, and obviously you had a tremendous season, MVP of the league. And so was that another situation where just trying to get tape, and that's probably the closest that you can get to the NFL, that maybe it's the final step you have to take before you get to NFL?
Yeah, that's why I took the USFL season real serious, because I feel like going into that season, that was going to be like my last shot of making it to the next year, basically like with my age and stuff like that. So I feel like, that was like going to be my last chance, just, put my name back out there with the NFL people. So I took that season real serious, going into it.
Who helped you during that process? Was there a coach that you kind of reached out to? Maybe a person, like an agent? I'm not sure.
The guy that I stayed close to was my coach, Mike Riley, with the USFL. He always told me to stay at it. He tried to find ways to put the ball in my hand because he knew what type of player I was, and he just surrounded the whole offense around me. So it worked out great.
Our guest is KaVontae Turpin, and now that he's in his second year with the Cowboys, just an increasing role in the offense, and we know his Pro Bowl excellence on special teams, and we'll hear more from KaVontae. You are listening to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. We'll be back in just a moment.
Go Cowboys! Albertsons.
Welcome back into Cowboys Hour, the Middle Light Cowboys Hour. I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside the lovely legend, Kristi Scales, and Cowboys wide receiver, KaVontae Turpin. And this show is presented by Albertsons. When it comes time to shop for tailgate favorites, go to Albertsons and Tom Thumb. Get 10% off your groceries every Dallas Cowboys game day when you wear your Cowboys jersey. Albertsons and Tom Thumb, the official supermarket and pharmacy of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, KaVontae, we've talked about a little bit of your journey, but we've got to talk about this Cowboys offense. It's only right?
Yeah,
Big win over the win over the Seattle Seahawks last Thursday. Would you say that this offense is just finally clicking at the right time?
Yeah, I'll just say, each in and week out, man, we go out there at practice, just trying to find ways to attack the opposing defense. I just feel like Mike, Dak, Scouts and there, they doing a good job with calling the games. Dak just going out there and performing, doing what he do best.
How much more fun are you having on offense this year with your expanded role?
I'm having fun, man. Just being able to be a playmaker for this offense, man. Playmaker for Dak and Mike McCarthy, man. I'm just I'm loving it right now.
So if you get to whisper in Mike McCarthy's ear to start an offensive series, do you want to line up in the backfield and get to carry the ball that way?
Yeah,
Would you rather do like a jet sweep, or you want a 9 route just to go?
Hey, I like to go. I'm trying to score. I'm trying to get the ball and just 1-on-1 coverage. Just they go past somebody and run right past them.
Well, it was interesting because Brian Schottenheimer, that's the Cowboys offensive coordinator, of course, and so on Monday afternoons, the coordinators speak to the media, and he was talking about having you and Brandon Cooks lined up on the same side, 2 burners, and the stress that it puts on the defense.
Yeah, practice, we've been working on that package. We had brought it out, one play against the Seahawks in the last game, but they had, they see 2 burners out there, so they went zone. So it was kind of hard for us to do what we had to do.
I remember when Brandon Cooks actually he said in the post game that he went to Mike McCarthy and said, hey, I can win this matchup. Is there ever a time that you've done that on the sideline and told either Dak or Mike McCarthy, hey, I like this matchup, run this route type thing?
Oh, yeah. They happened, against the Seahawks, on the 3rd down alone. I caught the ball, and I told him, I like that Jamal Adams matchup, I feel like I can do way more things, than other, like him guarding the tight end. I know with my speed, I told Mike and I told Robert Prince, that I like that matchup on 3rd down.
Yeah, and one other thing that Schottenheimer said today, and it goes to the relationship that you have with your coaches, Brian said that in terms of your preparation this year, that you have just taken it to a whole nother level. Now, I'm sure that part of that is the fact that you've had a full off season in training camp, because last year you came in halfway through camp, and coming off a USFL season and playing for over a year without any kind of break. But can you talk about some of the growth that you've had in terms of preparation, and what is that like in a week heading into a game?
I'll just say, coming to this year, I was way more confident, when me and Mike talked at the end of the year. He told me, you're going to try to find ways to get me on the offense end. So, I went this offseason, just, trying to craft my receiver work. Then just coming in training camp, Mike told me it's going to be one of those years, So I just went in during training camp, just preparing myself, each and every day, just trying to be, just in case, I'm behind CD Lamb, just in case, he go down one game, we stick and click, So this was what was my, my preparation going into this training camp, just trying to learn behind CD, just trying to be the same player he is, whenever he do go down.
When you learned from CD, what were some of those conversations like, as far as learning maybe the offense, the scheme, different things like that in the system?
Just like during the training camp, me and him talked about the offense, the scheme wise, what we gonna do, how they gonna use me and stuff like that, and when he gonna need me, when he need a break and stuff like that. So we just it was great, just what type of player he is, just confident player, with his confidence, they help me out too.
And his versatility as well to move all around. So that means that you're learning. I think that casual fans, when they say wide receiver, they don't understand that there are different positions.
Yeah, different positions. It's like it's a Z, it's an X, and it's a Y. It's in the F. It's all type of. It's a slot. It's a outside receiver. It's a lot that comes with it for sure.
Yeah.
So we joked earlier about you want the 9 route. That's the bomb, just straight. You know, you can utilize your speed. But what are some of the other routes that you like, or or maybe you like the route combinations that particularly suit your skill set? And it's more than just speed and skill, but also there's a attitude as well.
I really just feel like I can run in a route on a route tree, but I like being in the slot and running what we call the beeline. It's basically like a middle read, you know, how I scored against Washington. So that's one of the my favorite routes to run. You know, Mike Noy. So that's why he always put me on it.
So that score against Washington, Thanksgiving Day, the 34-yarder. Now that was, of course, all the fans remember, in the kettle. And what happened once you were placed in the kettle? What did Dak say?
He said, grab them turkey legs. You know, I didn't even know they was in there. I guess he planned it, that was his 4th touchdown, and there was 4 turkey legs in there. So I guess he had already planned it. And I didn't even know what was going on. I'm thinking, but I told him, I said, I'm not going to get fined. That's why. So he was like, it's covered. So they made me jump in. Then I looked down. 4 turkey legs. He was like, man, let's eat up. And that's what we did. Enjoyable moment, though. It was real nice.
And there were turkey legs in all 4 kettles, right? Because there are 2 kettles behind each end zone.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah. I guess so.
What kind of response did you get from fans, and maybe were family and friends just reaching out and laughing about that Thanksgiving? Because it was such a fun win, and obviously in front of a huge audience, over 41 million people watching on Thanksgiving Day.
Yeah, man, a lot of things that I got was, that's legendary, coming from where I'm from, Monroe, Louisiana, my mom and dad, they haven't seen things like this, growing up, and just in their lifetime, just being able to, do it for them, and I just feel like that was a legendary moment, and I just, put that in my, in Thanksgiving moment, just put that in my mom's hands.
What's been your most, I guess, your favorite experience this year so far?
I just say the whole thing, just with the whole season, all the guys, we're clicking as one at this moment right now, and I just feel like, going into this week, we just gotta, stay at it, don't let the fans or the media, say who we playing. We just gotta go out and, each and every week like we've been doing, no matter who we playing, just go out there and play Cowboys football.
This is. You've just finished a very difficult stretch physically and mentally when you have 3 games in 12 days, and then you've had this sort of a mini bye with 3 days off. Can you describe to folks what it's like as an NFL player, 3 games in 12 days? And what's harder, the physical part or the mental part?
I just say the physical part. Mentally you'll be there. It's just like, trying to get your body there, after all those games. And I just feel like, that was a tough stretch, for the guys, just for us to stay close with each other, just build chemistry, just with those games, there was them tough games, 12 days, everybody tired, we just, stay true to each other, just kept at it.
Stephon Gilmore told me that he basically has to get a massage every day, get in the ice tub every day, especially during this time when you have to play so many games during a small stretch. Is that something that you have had to do over the last couple of weeks?
Are you a cold tub guy, KaVontae?
Yeah, no, I'm not a cold tub guy. No. I'm anemic, so I really don't do good in cold weather. But I had to order, I had to get a PT, just come, rub on my body, do massage and stuff like that, because, that's tough stretch, 12 games. 3 games in 12 days, that was tough. That was tough for all the guys. But I just feel like right now, with that minute by, I feel like all the guys, getting their bodies back, getting back into themselves.
Yeah. Do you kind of feel that way, that you kind of have 2 buys in a season?
No, not really. I just say like a couple of days off. That's all. Mike, he do good with the schedule, with the schedule and stuff. And I just feel like, he doing a good guy. He doing a good time, with the schedule, helping guys out, help guys get their bodies back.
And it came at a good time, right? You guys have the Eagles on Sunday, so kind of perfect time.
Yeah, it's a perfect time, but at the same time, we just got to go out there and be ourselves. That's how I go with it.
Yeah, well, Coach has divided the season into trimesters, and the first 2 trimesters are done, and we will talk about the upcoming 3rd one with our special guest, Cowboys wide receiver and Pro Bowl return specialist KaVontae Turpin. This is the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. We are at Sidecar Social at the Star in Frisco. We'll be right back.
Welcome back into the Middle Light Cowboys Hour. I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside Miss Kristi Scales and Cowboys wide receiver KaVontae Turpin. This segment, or this show, is also brought to you by Papa John's. It's big, it's good, and it's only for Cowboys fans. The Cowboys special from the Cowboys and Papa John's. A large one-topping pizza for only $9.99. Order today. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's, the official pizza of the Dallas Cowboys. Now, KaVontae, we finished talking about the Seattle Seahawks and the tough schedule you guys have ahead of y'all, but you guys got another gauntlet coming up. That's the Philadelphia Eagles, who we unfortunately remember that game in November. But how have you guys been preparing mentally for this game coming up?
I just say we've been going at it like any other game. I just try to tell the guys, don't depend on who we playing. And just go out there each and every week like we've been doing. Just go out there and just play Cowboys football. I just feel like the guys are gonna prepare harder this week. Just because they deserve. They think. I mean, we were supposed to win that game out there in Philly. I just feel like this payback.
Yeah, it felt different in the locker room after that game up in Philly. Yeah. And I don't know if the word to describe it is resolve. I mean, no one was happy at the final result, but it was very different from a feeling from the loss at Arizona and certainly at San Francisco. But it was kind of like, we're going to see these guys again.
Eventually, we're going to have to see those guys again, probably like once or twice, this following year. And I just feel like, our guys, we ready for it. We've been waiting on this moment because, people out in the media talking about we can't beat, good teams, with a winning record. I just feel like, that what the guys are leaning on to. We looking forward to it.
Since that game, actually, the Eagles have been kind of barely winning games, right down to the wire. And they got beat by the 49ers on Sunday. Did that give you guys kind of that confidence? Not saying that y'all didn't have it before, heading into this game, but did a loss like that for the Eagles show, like, hey, this team can be beaten?
Yeah, like I was talking to my boy Marquise Bell, yesterday about the game. I just feel like, this the NFL. Anybody can be beat. Anybody. You just go out. I just feel like we go out there and play, Cowboy style football. We're gonna be good no matter what.
A win on Sunday could mean that you guys could tie for first in the NFC East. Is that something y'all are thinking about, or is it just, hey, let's go out there and just play ball?
That's what we're looking forward to, because everybody trying to get that number one seed. So I just feel like with this game, with a big win, it'll be great for us.
Yeah. So the time that you played them, November 5th, to the game coming up on Sunday, in what specific area or areas has the offense improved the most? We know that Dak's been on a tear and the numbers are really high, but some of the specific things.
I just say trying to get the run game in. That's one of the things that we trying to get TP going. Trying to get him back on his wave that he was on last year. And I just feel like that's what we've been doing week in, week out. Trying to get TP more touches so he can get back in his groove. And I just feel like Dak, man, he playing lights out right now, man. I'm proud of that guy right there, man. He's one of those. He's one of those guys for real.
And the reason you're seeing Dak be able to perform so well and that run game production kind of go up is because of the offensive line and the improvement that they've made. How satisfied have you been with the way that they have been improving? And is there more improvement to be made from that unit?
I just say, the offensive line coach, Mike Solari, he build those guys every day. He the one that brings fire to the offense. He's one of those guys that the room can be quiet, but he gonna pump it up. That's what Mike Solari do. And I just feel like our offensive line don't really talk that much, and I just feel like they go out there and show why they don't really talk that much.
I would love for you to speak to the importance of the wide receivers to the success of the run game, and also one of your teammates whose statistics aren't really high in terms of receptions, but with some of these crackback blocks and the like. I'm talking about Michael Gallup, of course. Yeah. But people don't think of receivers and how important that is to the run game.
Yeah, I just say, people don't see that, receiver. We got to block the end. We got to crack back linebackers. I just feel like, the fans and stuff don't see those. What we got to do in the dirty work in the run game. The only thing they see is us catching the ball. And I just feel like, man, MG, man, he went in this week, man. Just, he had history with the Seattle. Just used to always score touchdowns on him. And I just feel like he went in this week, just trying to get back into it. He been having a down year, not even down year, but he just trying to find himself again.
You're seeing crackback blocks from receivers. You're seeing Tony Pollarico involved in pass pro. It seems like, and Kristi's kind of mentioned this before, everyone's so selfless and willing to do like the dirty work.
Yeah.
Would you attribute that to the success that you all are having this year?
Yeah, I just feel like, man, everybody, we playing as one. You know, no individual stats. We not even worried about all that. You know, I just feel like right now we just clicking as one right now. You know, as one big team. You know, we just clicking.
Yeah, I wish that folks could spend one game as a sideline reporter, hopefully more, but at least one. No, it's really fun to watch the dynamics on the sideline because you would think, yeah, a guy makes a big catch or something, a big play, maybe a third down conversion or a score. He comes over and he gets the high fives and the pats on the back. But I find that it's really more when it's those selfless plays, when it's the dirty plays.
Yeah, it's the plays that people don't see. You know, on the sideline you can see everything. You know, I just feel like just like my boy MG with the crackback block, man. He came to the sideline. You know, the guy showed him love because the guy seen it. I just feel like there's some things people don't see, like they only see where the ball at. You know, there was a great block that he made. You know, just a spring TP, and there was a big block because it was on 4th and 2. You know, it was a big block.
Our guest on the Cowboys Hour is KaVontae Turpin. And KaVontae, I'd love for you to talk about the relationship the wide receiver room has with Robert Prince as your wide receivers coach. And I have to tell you that there was one play, it actually was the Michael Gallup touchdown, but it was earlier in the season. And so the biggest celebration was among the coaches on the sideline, and Robert ran down the sideline, and he jumped so high, it looks like the old Julius Erving, Dr. J, from the free throw line to slam dunk. Anyway, he gets into it, man, I tell you.
That's one thing I can say about RP, man. He is one of those guys, you know, he Japanese, you know, he always come with the fire, you know. He always come, he lights it up, man, and I just feel like, you know, all the receivers, we love Robert, man. We do anything, you know, to always, you know, keep a smile on his face, man, and always, you know, make sure he come in the job, you know, being able to coach us, you know, and to always try to put a smile on his face, man, know him that we love him, you know, and we appreciate everything he's doing for us, you know. And he showed that love, man. Every time somebody scores a touchdown, you know, he's jumping out his seat. He gonna jump for sure. He gonna jump for sure. You know.
How has the relationship between the receivers and Dak grown over the past couple of weeks?
You know, we just had to go talk to him, you know, tell him that, you know, we always open, you know, and I just feel like, you know, Dak, man, he playing lights out right now, man. You know, he just went with it, you know, guys trying to make plays, you know, he just trying to get the ball in guys' hands. You know, we just always told him that we're going to stick by him, you know, no matter what's going on. You know, and whenever you throw that ball our way, we're going to make sure you good. You know, that's what we're doing right now, and he just, you know, going to continue to do what he's doing.
How did the room change when Brandon Cooks came in?
I just say it changed for CD. You know, having a leader in there, you know, somebody that he can lean on and talk to about things. You know, with B. Cooks being there, you know, 1,000 yards almost in like 6 seasons. You know, being able for CD to learn from him and the guys to, you know, see his work ethic. You know, and I just feel like they fed off on the whole room. You know, even with me, you feel me? You know, I talk to him always. You know, he's a jokester, man. He's funny, man. He like to sing too. His favorite. He like to sing Michael Jackson songs, so I just feel like,
Which one?
I don't know. He sang a lot of them, to be honest. You know, I just feel like, you know, with that veteran, you know, leadership coming in that receiver room, you know, it weighed down on us, and, you know, it's fire. You know, it's fun having him in that receiver room.
He has a really cool celebration where he's the archer, you know, where he, you know, pulls back the bow and arrow and lets it go, or the crossbow. What do you think about that?
That's nice, man. You know, the crazy thing, you know, I think everybody on the team, you know, found a way to do something with the arrow and bow. You know, it's no CD. He do his slamming with it. You know, I just feel like, you know, with being a coach, man, that leadership be bragging. You know, it just feeding to guys.
For Brandon Cooks, a veteran guy who's had multiple 1,000 receiving yard seasons and, you know, different teams, and comes in, he's not really involved in the offense early on, right? But he gets that first touchdown early in the season. What did you think about that as far as him finally getting that moment and being involved in this offense?
I just say, you know, him and Dak had to find each other. You know, they had to find the chemistry of them to it. You know, they just had to find ways to, you know, put him in the offense, you know, show guys that they got to respect everybody on the field. You know, I just feel like, you know, that's what we're doing now, finding ways to get everybody the ball, just like Jake. You know, Jake Ferguson doing what he's doing, he having a great year too. I just feel like, you know, Mike finding ways to get all the playmakers the ball. You know, we just going out there trying to be playmakers for him and that.
the great thing about these veteran players like Brandon Cooks with their experience and, of course, CD, just seeing it and being able to react or even to manipulate the defensive backs. As you've now in your second year in the NFL, at what point was it that you could just go out there and run a specific play without thinking? Or are there still times, you know what I'm saying? Because that's what they say is, to get to the point that Coach Parcells would always say that confidence comes from demonstrated ability. Just to know that you've got it and you're not thinking, you're just reacting.
Yeah, I say last year, it was a lot of thinking that I was doing last year. That's why I didn't get too much playing time last year on offense. I just feel like going into this training camp, I dug, that was one of my goals, to know this offense in the backs of it, every position. I just feel like, Mike can put me in any position. It's no thinking. I'm going out there trying to perfect it, just like B Cooks, MG, and CD. I'm just trying to go out there, do no thinking, go out there and just play football.
How much of a difference does that make on the field when you're just playing free?
It's just confidence. You confidence in yourself, your confidence in your game. And I just feel like that's what everybody on our team is doing right now. There's confidence in the way they playing right now.
And the confidence when you do line up in the backfield and the times that you've carried the ball, did that take a little longer, or is that something that you had a lot of experience previously and we just hadn't had a chance to see it with the Cowboys?
Yeah, I just say, back in high school, I played running back. I really started playing receiver when I went to TCU. I always told Mike, man, you can put me in that backfield. Anything you want to do to give me that ball, I'll be down to do it. I'm not, I'm not a born old big guy that can run between the tackle, but if Mike needed me to do that, I would do that.
Nicole, would you have loved to see KaVontae play high school football at running back
there
in Louisiana? I bet they couldn't touch you.
Yeah, they couldn't touch me. Like when I was a receiver, they used to do number double me. So my offensive coordinator found ways. He just put me in the backfield and just handed it off to me, and I averaged like four touchdowns a game in high school.
What was your best game overall? Like 320 rushing yards or something?
Yeah, it was like one playoff game. I rushed for like 350 with like 5 touchdowns.
So this is in Monroe, Louisiana, at Neville High School, right?
Yes, ma'am.
All state and first team, all Northeast Louisiana.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, so when you were recruited to TCU, was it at running back, or did you know that they were probably going to change you to wide receiver?
To be honest, they told me they recruit me as an athlete. That's what they told me they recruit me at. They say I wasn't a receiver. That I was athlete. That they just gonna try to find ways to put me, put the ball in my hands.
I think I want to end this debate right now because I'm from Texas and you're from Louisiana, right? And there's this big debate about whether Texas football, high school football is better or Louisiana's. And be honest, don't be biased. Who do you think is better, has the most talent?
Most talent?
Most talent. Don't you dare say
I'm
Louisiana.
going Louisiana. Well, you want to go best football? But if you want to go best football-wise,
best football,
I'll take Texas.
Okay.
I'll take Texas over
take that.
Louisiana. But talent-wise, I got to stick in my ball. I got to stick in my ball.
We would expect nothing less from KaVontae Turpin, Cowboys wide receiver and Pro Bowl return specialist. He is our special guest at the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. We are at Sidecar Social at the Star in Frisco. We'll be back with more from KaVontae right after this.
Go Cowboys!
2, 1.
Fort Worth, Texas.
Back to the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour, supported by Albertsons.
Welcome back into Miller Lite Cowboys Hour. I'm Nicole Hutchison alongside Kristi Scales and Cowboys wide receiver KaVontae Turpin. And this show is also brought to you by Lucchese, the official bootmaker of the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. KaVontae, you are a father of two. Two 4-month little girls.
Yes.
How is it like with life being a girl dad?
Wonderful. I say wonderful, man. Just being able to look in those eyes, man, it just brings joy to me. That's something I made. And I'm just I'm happy with life with it.
I've heard players say that it kind of puts things in perspective because you come home from a game or maybe just a frustrating practice or something, and you see the little baby, and
it just all let go away. All let go away.
Now your quarterback is about to be a girl dad as well.
Yeah.
What have y'all's conversations been like?
Man, do it, Dak, bro. I just told him, man, he gonna change his life. That's what it did to me. I always told myself it wasn't until she came. And it's just like, this joyful moment. And I'm happy for it.
What's it going to be like in 14, 15, 16 years? Oh my goodness.
You're gonna be dangerous for sure.
That's awesome. I want to ask about one thing that, to quote Brad Sham, and Brad Sham will be back. He's under the weather tonight, but he'll be back co-hosting with Nicole next week for the Cowboys Hour. Brad calls it putting the maraschino cherry on top of the ice cream sundae, and that is at the end of a Cowboys game, and there have been a lot of blowout wins this year in which the team has knelt down at the end, done the Landry shift, and KaVontae Turpin does the backflip. You did it last year too. Where did that come from?
To be crazy thing, I had told Dak, I said, man, we need to do something. If I'm back here, he was just like, just do a flip. And that's where it came from. So I just started doing the flip out there again, and it just like, I guess it just stuck now. I guess it's just in there now. So,
but did he know that you did a flip? Is this something that you just have done spontaneously in practice or camp?
Yeah, the first time they put me back there, RP, Robert Prince, he told me that they was gonna put me back there. And we had did it the first time in practice, and I had did the flip, and Dak would like just do that every time, and that's just what we've been doing.
So there was that one game this year where Jalen Brooks was back there. I guess it was the game that maybe was it the one you missed?
Yeah, the Panthers game.
Okay, the Panthers game. So was that? I didn't know that Jalen could do a backflip.
Yeah,
so had you planted that?
I told him you gonna have to. So I told him you have to practice and find a way to do it because that what Dak told me is in the Landry shift now. So I feel like he did. JB did great, with the flip.
So did you do that in after all of your touchdowns in Louisiana in high school, or how long you been doing backflips?
Man, I've been doing backflips like my whole life. I did gymnastics back in the day.
Did you really?
Yeah. Back in the day, I did gymnastics.
Did you compete in gymnastics?
No, I think I just wanted to do it for fun. I used to always like, back in Louisiana, we used to pit mattress together. We used to flip off them. We ain't had no trampoline back in the day, so we used to pit mattress together. We found them on the street. You just used to hit flips off them. And that's how I learned how to flip. I bust my head a couple times doing it too.
Oh my goodness!
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's how I learned how to flip for sure. But then, my mom used to see me and she like, you might well just do something, just to get out the streets. There was something that I did.
Yeah. So now, how old at 5'9"? I know that you can dunk a basketball.
Yeah. Yes,
now, how old were you when you first dunked?
I say my first dunk was in my freshman year of high school. So I was like 15, 16. I got a video of it too. That's crazy.
Do you really?
Yeah,
okay.
I got a video of it too.
Okay. Were people surprised to see that?
My friends knew that I always can touch the rim back in junior high, so they really weren't surprised. But my coaches at the time, they were surprised because they didn't think that I could do it at the time.
Yeah, at 5'9" and 155 pounds, or 153, 156, depending.
Depend on.
Okay, depending on whether you've sweat through a hot afternoon practice or just had lunch or whatever. But obviously, there are people, those of us who are not very tall, who are vertically challenged. You are one of our favorite players because of that.
Yes, ma'am. Thank you.
Do you feel like you carry the mantle for folks particularly players who are smaller, maybe they're in junior high or high school and college, and they look up to you?
Yeah. Just like my little brother, me and him the same size. He in high school right now, trying to find ways. I just feel like being a small guy, it ain't about the size, it's about the heart. And I just feel like I ran with that, my whole life. I always been a small guy, and I just try to do it for the guys, that ain't strong enough, that ain't fast enough, but small. I just try to show them that it's a way, with small guys to make it in the NFL.
Being undersized, how much do you have to compensate with, like you mentioned, having bigger heart, having that bigger drive?
I just say, I always been a small guy in everything that I did, and I just feel like, with my heart, where I come from, I just feel like, I dove into it, just always told myself, no matter how big or small you are, I'm gonna do what I gotta do, in the football or just in life, I just stay with it.
Do you think that being a punt returner, that in all of football, that particular position maybe requires the most courage?
Pretty much, because you got to look at the ball, you got to look and see if the gunner's there. So it's a lot. Guys don't want to do it, but I love it though. Guys don't like doing it, but I love it though.
Do you prefer punt returns or kickoff returns? So obviously you do both, but if you had your druthers and could only do one,
I'll do punt return. I love to do punt return.
Is it mainly because you have more opportunities? Because there are so many.
Punts in the game?
Yeah, just because there are so many that go through the back of the end zone on kickoffs.
Yeah, kickoff return. Like, you really not getting too many chances on kickoff unless you playing outdoors. And I just feel like with the punt return, that's just another chance to me get the ball in my hand. The guys got to punt throughout the game. And I just feel like that's one of those things that I love to do.
Well, you got to punt throughout the game unless it's Cowboys and Seahawks.
Yeah.
0 punts.
I was hot.
That was only the 5th time in NFL history. And the first time in Cowboy history, there were 0 punts in a game.
Yeah, and I was heated because like that week in the special teams we went. The plan was like we wasn't gonna rush them. We just gonna. This game was mainly on returning the ball. On punt return. We couldn't do that because we were trying to change the date. The last time punt return was going for a touchdown was like 2017. So me and Bones, we went in this week saying. Since that kicker had a big leg, we was going on trying to return the ball. They was just too sad that we didn't get no chance to.
Yeah, it's funny, Nicole, because before the game, I talked with Bones. That's John Fossil, the Cowboys special teams coordinator. I love to talk to him pregame on the sideline because, he's got so much information. He's so excited about it. But he's like, tonight's going to be a real showcase of punters with Michael Dixon and Brian Anger, and then 0 punts. But one thing Bones was talking about today in his press conference was in December, playing outdoors and the weather's colder, that there will probably be more opportunities for kickoff returns just because with weather maybe shorter. Have you guys talked about that, or have you found that historically to be the case?
Yeah, because around this time, it's just like around this time last year. I was getting chances around this time last year because we outdoors. Kickers' legs gonna get tired. And I just feel like going into this stretch in December and January. I'm probably gonna get a pretty much chance. I ain't really get too many chances going up to this point. I just feel like, me and Bones, that's the plan we're going, trying to return the ball, these last couple games.
You have 4 touchdowns this season. How much more are you looking to score the rest of the season? If you had to have a number in your head.
Have a number in my head. I told Bones, this upcoming season that, I was trying to get 6 touchdowns just on special teams.
Okay.
That just was on special teams. And I ain't, crazy thing, I ain't even playing, me even scoring on offense. So, but if I put a number in my mind, I say, I go with 6.
Okay.
I go with 6.
Right now, he's the 5th
I think
most
you're going.
on the team.
That's
so
low. Why?
That's really low.
Yeah.
Because I can get 6 on offense, and I'm gonna get 6 on special teams.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
12. There we go.
So 12.
So 12.
Okay.
Well,
Big number.
One last question, because we're talking about Bones, and he's so much fun, and I know he's highly regarded by all of you guys on the team. But when you are a special teams captain, and I know that you were last year, and probably again later this season, but special teams, you guys get a little extra perk that the offense and defensive guys as captains don't get, and it's compliments of bones. What is it?
Man, it just, you know, especially in guys, man, we just go in. You know, if you're a captain, you know, this your game basically. On special teams, yeah.
The parking.
The parking. Oh, you talking about the parking spot? Yeah. So you're a special team captain. Yeah, you get the parking. John Foster's parking spots in the garage. So you get closer to the door.
How many times have you got to park there?
Just one time.
Just once?
Just once. Last year.
Okay.
Looking forward to it this year too. Looking forward to it.
What are you most looking forward to Sunday night against the Eagles?
I just say I'm looking forward to, you know, go out there and try to dominate those guys. You know, not even no individual stats. I just say go out there and try to win as a team.
KaVontae, we really appreciate your time. We are so looking forward to seeing you and the Cowboys take on the Eagles and take first place with a win.
Yes,
at least
ma'am.
it's high on Sunday night. Thanks so much. Thanks to all of you for joining us at the Cowboys Hour, the Miller Lite Cowboys Hour here at Sidecar Social. See you next week.
Experience.
This has been a production of DallasCowboys.com and the Dallas Cowboys Football Club.
How about this, Cowboys? Yeah!